Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 4 p.m. game here at the Senior Ladies IPT, where the last round of pool matches and Western Province are taking on the South African under-21s. Quite a lot of intrigue here. South African under-21s lost their first game and then won their second one. Western Province winning their first game and then losing their second one. So a lot at stake here, especially knowing that they're going to be playing a certain team in the quarterfinals. We're going to be chatting to the coaches in a couple of minutes, and thank you for joining us, and see you soon. Right, I'm joined by Brinsley Powell, the Western Province assistant coach. Brinsley, obviously a disappointing result yesterday. What are you expecting or asking of the girls today?
Certainly bounce back ability, AJ. We have some certain processes that we did well yesterday, but just didn't do in the final chukker. And I think if we can just look to be a little bit more assertive and quick in our decision making in the outlets in particular, I think we'll be good to go today.
I think looking at the makeup of the side, we've chatted about it at length. You happy with the combinations? Are you still working a little bit as to trying to find the right combination here and there because obviously tomorrow is where the real work really starts. So are you still tweaking that a little bit? Are you still going to be experimenting in this game just to see that you get it right for the playoffs?
Clever question. A little bit of yes and no. No, we've got a lot of things sorted. There's one or two things we are still keeping up our sleeve and would like to just finalise today as well. But there's a lot of processes that are in place and we want to see them activated for the final 4 games.
Brinsley, all the best and good luck for the game.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. And now I'm going to bring in Marcel Keat. Marcel, the assistant coach of this S under-21s. It's obviously a pretty exciting time for the team because you're preparing, first of all, playing at an IPT, which is very exciting because we haven't had it for such a long time, but also exciting because you've got a Junior World Cup coming up. Are there specific goals that you're setting the girls every game just to be ready for the World Cup, or what's the sort of process that you guys are taking this week?
No, first of all, we're so grateful after COVID to be here and to be able to play competitive games leading up to the Junior World Cup. We are definitely always having goals to set through the tournament and through the games. So I think we've had a long road of training and preparation, and then we had a training camp before this, so we set out our goals and we're just going to take it each day as it comes in preparation for the World Cup, but still focusing on the IPT as a whole.
So you're up against a Western Province side that's obviously a little bit wounded from last night's game, but you've also been showing a marked upward curve in the side. Obviously, like we said, IPT is quite important in the result, but are results as important, or is the process, like you said, more important than that?
Well, you first of all got to be scared of a wounded buffalo when we play against. But the best thing is for the girls to rise up to the challenge for the competitive game. Because as soon as we step into the international scene, those teams are going to be at a high level. And that's exactly what we want. But obviously we've got to follow the process, which the girls have been really, really good at and disciplined at, and taking every game as it comes, every moment as it comes. But we still want to be competitive. We still want a result.
Well, Marcel, good luck and all the best for the game.
Thank you.
Cheers. And from myself down on the field, we'll head up to the commentary box for the start of the game. Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day number 3 here at the South African Ladies Senior IPT. And we are about to start the game between Western Province and the South African under-21 side. My name is AJ Spoonzook, and thank you for joining. I'm joined by my co-commentator Kurt Serfontein. Kurt, we chatted a little bit earlier. Some good hockey being displayed today.
Good afternoon, AJ. Good afternoon to our viewers. Definitely the previous game between the Eastern Province side and Southern Gauteng. Eastern Province keeping the scoreline respectable. Excuse the cliche. The KZN Coastal side early on this morning coming away with a very good win against the Northerns ladies team. And then we also had the Free State side beating the Penn side by 5-1. So definitely a lot of good hockey today, lots of improvements, a lot of players stepping up who've progressed nicely during the week.
Yeah, it's been always good for coaches and for spectators to see the upward curve of the players of the teams. And coming to the end of this, so this is Pool B, and at the moment as it stands, some Southerns winning their game against EP. They have gone top of the log of Pool B. And they'll be taking on the Pens tomorrow in their playoff game, and then this game decides who finishes second and third in Pool B. As it stands, if it ends in a draw, Western Province will end second as they have a 2-goal better goal difference currently. But the winner of this game will end second, obviously loser ending third. So there is a bit at stake here, and obviously Western Province not having a great game yesterday against Southern Gauteng, losing that game 3-2. And SA Under-21s had quite a good game against EP yesterday. And as you're watching on the screen, it's Western Province that will be playing in their blue kit. And they'll be playing with the wind at their back. The wind has changed completely the opposite way today. So Under-21s now be playing in their white, and they'll be playing from left to right into the wind first as they move the ball through Angela Wellen through midfield. She finds Tati Zulu up front. Receives it again down the left hand side, and there's a bit of space as Brady Wisewood puts under a little bit of pressure and is driving towards T-point, and umpire they're not happy. Cole Boyson not happy with the challenge that came in there from Rangos Lentekal. Ball comes inside the circle, but it's gone straight in from Kayla Duval as it will be a 16-yard free hit.
So interesting to see how Western Province sets up. Gone back to a back four today. Good aerial throw into space for Taryn Gillespie to pick up. Does well at the baseline, and unfortunately can't find the stick of Ngizwe Mali.
Michaela Leroux on the ball at the moment. She's being hounded there by Jamie Southgate, but well tackled by Jamie Southgate as she wins the ball in midfield. Yep, changing the formation there. They stuck with Western stuck with 3 defenders for majority for almost the whole game yesterday. It seems like they're now going with 3 in midfield with Steph Burton pushing through and Jamie Southgate and Conita Bobbs playing on a familiar right hand side. Am I right there, Kurt?
Well, Conita, I would think that probably as a coach as well, she's been playing in a more central position in the previous 2 games. She then receives the unwanted attention of a lot of opposite numbers, and I think maybe a ploy to get him a bit freer on the outside and break the gain line and use his skill.
Yeah, she was under a lot of pressure in the middle as soon as she got the ball. As you see Edith. Ball to Kayla Duval now. She's also under a little bit of pressure from the usual Western Province teammate, but now they're opposite numbers as Angela Wellen picks up the ball and just goes past the stick as it goes over the baseline.
Yeah, really good interplay there from the SA Under-21 side. Kayla Duval having the opportunity to break through, and Angie Wellen following up and able to pick that ball up. Taryn Gillespie using his speed. Conita Bobbs taking an unfortunate slip there.
Yeah, I think she just slipped a little bit on the back of Kayla Duval's stick, but the umpire saw it that she slipped over the ball as an overhead from Henry Leroux comes in, and there are a few dry and slippery spots on the turf currently that the players haven't been able to deal with in the last couple of days. But it's still early in the game here for 11 and a half minutes to go. Still 0-0 as the Western Province taking on the South African under-21 side. As well as driving down the line, it seems to be holding that line for a bit, but it goes over now as S under-21s will have a sideline free it on the right hand side. Also something they've done, I see they've moved Andrea Leader to the back. She also played in midfield yesterday. Jacqueline McLaren there from S under-21, studying at Northwest University currently. As Western Province look to the right hand side, Balenta Kalinen, as she looks to feed it down. Unfortunately, Ongi Mali are able to trap it on the right hand side as S under-21 now start moving the ball into the middle of the field as Jamie Southgate picks it up and hit the foot of the stick. And it's a bit of a stop-start, scrappy little period here.
Yeah, both teams need to get a bit more settled, playing at 100 miles per hour, and Steph Water got lucky there, passed the ball directly into the stick of Edith Wuliku, and gets another opportunity. Jerome Manas on the ball, looking for Taryn Baspi in that wide zone where she would normally lead to. Taryn unfortunately not making the best decision there in that zone. Charlie de Toy back on the onto the field for the first time for the SA under-21 side. Layla Davids connecting nicely with Krista. And quite interestingly, the SA under-21 side alternating between a back four and a back three on the outlet, and you will see that transpire quite often through the game, which has been part of their tactical approach throughout the week. Bit of a nothing ball there, but Layla Davis unfortunately turns it over.
Cornelius Bob's now with the ball right to Jelena Manas, and she looks infield, but she finds a stick of Jacqueline McLaren, but Anita Bobs picks it up. She's got driving down towards the right hand side, and unfortunately Laura Stevens not able to get something out of it, but umpire Nicole Boyson not happy with that, and the Western Province will be playing with a man down for the next 2 minutes. Again, we spoke about those moments, and that was player number 14, Laura Stevens. She'll be off for 2 minutes, and we spoke about those vital moments in games where you want to keep your numbers on the field. Great ball there towards the right hand side. Is that Bianca Wood picking the ball up, and now Layla Davidson, she drives towards the circle, ball comes in, it hits I think it looked like it hit Brady Wiseman's foot, but they're going to play the advantage and give them the long corner as Edith Madikwe will now have the field. It's been fairly even at the moment. Teams are still figuring each other out. Jacqueline McLaren currently on the ball as she feeds it inside and goes to a Western Province stick as we start driving down the right hand side. Picked up again. It's like Shante Ferreira.
Unfortunately, no one getting on the end of that ball.
It's been something we've seen from the under-21s is that they're very happy to move the ball around a little bit and look for a nice threatening ball through the Western Province defense.
Angie Wallum picking that attempted pass from Cornita Bobs, who was looking for the lead of Taryn.
Jean-Luc Thomas on the ball now. Again, happy to move the ball around. We were talking about that, those threatening balls for the S under-21s want to play. As they probably identified some of those little gaps that Western Province left in their defense yesterday. It really looks like Western Province have managed the situation a little bit better already from the start.
So Western Province probably guilty of allowing Southerns too much space yesterday, and Southerns capitalised on that. There's one thing when you speak about zonal marking in defence, but there are moments when you need to be a bit more disciplined and you need to close down space. And Province unfortunately didn't get that right yesterday.
Yeah, so they definitely, I mean, we spoke to Brinsley at the start of the game, Brinsley Powell, the assistant coach, and he also said that they demand something a little bit better from the girls. No doubt they'll be hurting a little bit from that game, but something that Marcel Keat said is that they're very, very wary of a wounded animal as the overhead gets thrown into a dangerous area. And that's Henry Lowe that's around the free hit. Now move the ball down the right hand side, but picked up by Jamie Southgate as she looks for Christine Seggy in the middle. A lot of space for Taryn Gillespie to try and find, but just it wasn't that width originally, and we're looking to stretch it out wide a little bit.
And immediately we can already see a different ploy from Western Province. Lot more tight marking, even though the ball's in the opposition's half of the field from the Western Province defenders. So that space that I spoke about that they afforded the Southerns players yesterday, not there today, which is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, and up against a team that, like the South African U21 side, that have some really, really quick forwards and forwards that love to use the space that they've been given. I think it's very important that they do get that right and keep it that way throughout the game, not just for smaller patches.
Yeah, AJ, it's all down to player discipline and sticking to the plan.
Step both on the ball, she wins that free hit. As the S-under-21s are happy to sit behind the ball and let Western Province come on to them. Nice ball here to Gillian Amanis. She's looking to see what option she has. A big ball here gets hit in.
Lovely ball in there from Gillian Amanis. Taryn Gillespie unfortunately unable to get the faintest of touches on there.
Jean-Lee Letour looking for a big overhead towards Layla Davids. Unfortunately, Layla Davids losing it and going over the sideline.
Yeah, I thought Henry Lowe was very effective for the S-under-21s yesterday in terms of the choices she made when throwing aerials. Good intervention there by Angela Wallum again. And there we have Sharman Bianca Wood free. Brady Wiseman being able to recover, and I've just spoken about being disciplined, and Western Province lucky that time.
Yeah, small little errors here that could count against them, but lucky to come away with it. There was a player open, so to be very careful with the challenges that they make. Nicole Koenig, as she drives to the middle of the field and she finds Steph Buerta. It's Kayla Duval's foot, and we'll keep you updated as to what the matches will be for the quarterfinals tomorrow. There are a few confirmed matches. We'll keep you updated throughout the day, and at the end of the day we'll announce all those matches for you and the times. Please come down if you are in the area and you have some time, maybe in your lunch break, or maybe you've got a bit of gap from your office or from school. Come down and watch some of the matches. The players would love to have supporters in the crowd, and if not, you can just catch this live stream by ES Media on YouTube and our Supersport Schools app. Shante Ferreira now looking forward. She was looking for Bianca Wood, but Lenta Cullen picks it up. But again, Shante Ferreira gets a stick in the way, but Angela Wellham will have it now as she looks to get it under control. Finds Jean-Louis Thomas, back to Angela Wellham. Angela Wellham looking straight away down the line. Zimkita Wester now on the ball. She's gonna, one thing she does really well, she knows where to go to find the D, and she's found a free outside Try and get that ball to move 5. And well tackled there by Brady Wiseman as Western Province now look to gain control of the ball. Slowly coming towards the end of quarter number 1. Ball comes in. Yeah, a good ball there from Ashley Thomas towards Jade May. Unfortunately not found. And Henry Lowe again in the right place at the right time. So thunder and lightning starts. Thunder and lightning starts making its presence felt. I think the Joburg and Durban crowd will be not surprised with that. The ball gets lifted off the stick from Brady Wiseman as it will be the first penalty corner of the game that will go to SA under 21s. We know that they've got the dangerous battery at the top. They've got Henry Lowe scored 2 yesterday. Got a few others. Jean-Lee de Toy. So it will be. Got some options out there and something again. Western Province will need to be very disciplined about a few soft little errors here and there that they will need to eliminate.
Yeah, very soft penalty corner that Western Province conceded there, especially looking at the time left on the clock, just over a minute remaining. This is the worst time you would want to concede.
Push shot comes out. Henry Lowe from the top, and she flicks it straight towards the keeper. It's well saved there by Bernay van Wyk, but Makita Western still on the ball as they looking for option. Kayla Duval now on the ball. Tomahawk shot comes in and she beats the keeper on the keeper's left hand foot side, and it's 1-0 to the SA under 21s as Kayla Duval. You're not going to ask her twice to try and score a goal, as a small error from the Western Province team in defense conceded a penalty corner. It's now 1-0, as Kurt said. One of the worst times to concede a goal is just before the end of a quarter. 25 seconds to go. As they're on the attack straight away, Laura Stevens, she's now inside the circle. She's got options forward, and it's Jean-Rie Thomas there that got a stick in and went over the sideline, or over the baseline. With 10 seconds to go, Western Province will try and get something quickly from it. As they move the ball in, the ball did not move 5. And will be the end of quarter number 1 as Kayla Duval had an opportunity to score, and she's very deadly in those areas. And 1-0 here with the SA under 21s against Western Province. And we'll take a little break and we'll see you before the start of quarter 2. So I think they've just, we'll find out exactly why they're coming off, but I think they've probably just taken a little break from just from there's been a couple of lightning strikes. There's been a little bit of thunder here and there. So they are taking a little breather. They've got a little lightning app. We assume that they use that the lightning is coming towards the stadium currently from the left hand side in. So they've instructed the players to come off the field. It's a decision that normally comes from the tournament director. And there you see there's a lightning strike again. And with things like this, it has been pretty warm today, so humidity quite high, and yeah, we'll just be we'll be maybe chatting a little bit. If we won't see, we'll maybe go down onto the field and or down into the dugout area and maybe have a chat to one of the players or actually to one of the staff members, or maybe actually what we will do is I'm gonna try and see if we can get maybe a conversation with the tournament director just to find out what's going on. But we'll stay on the live stream at the moment. We'll get more feedback from you in the next couple of minutes.
do the link now, and then even if you they're like 7 games, so even if you can only play 2, it's availability per week. Just check your exam schedule.
I'm fine this week, and then not next week, but the week after and the week after that, I'm just getting held.
Yeah, that's fine.
But then the last
So like
2
some girls can't play the first 5 games, they're going to play the last 2. It's better than
Who
nothing.
is it? Who's in the squad?
Seal school.
I don't know how it works. Like,
It's like it's a club league. It's like Curry Club has got a girl club team we play. And then I'm just putting seals. And we always play. It's just spread for nationals really. Not great 10.
and then you said there's 2 trainings on the 11th and 12th of December, right?
I don't know when I'll see the trip. When are you in rain?
We leave right after our exams, so the 1st to the 7th.
Okay. I'll try to do it after then.
I'll be back. I will be back.
Being back and being back.
Being back, I might need like a day or 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send it to you now on WhatsApp.
I have time now to do it, so. Thank you.
Such a so you just choose your name and then
I will.
what do you okay, say it.
Good. Oh, you changed this one as well?
I'll come between them and I'll take them out.
no, no. No, yeah.
definitely skewed.
No. This pool,
Hey, where you going? Where you going? Bro, what's wrong with this thing? Where's the zoomer?
Oh, there's no zoom.
Quickly get a zoomer.
Why using both of them?
Because it's gonna start pouring with rain, and the rain jacket on the camera doesn't want to fit.
What?
The rain jacket on the camera. Bro, this thing is skewed. That's a marvel.
Yeah. Center. No. Look here.
Bro, that's about as good as you're gonna get.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, you're gonna be this off the field basically zoomed in.
Zoomed in.
You got to wear it. Luckily, you used the iPad.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here. We had a very long break here for the end of quarter one. We're starting quarter two again, and there was a bit of a weather delay. We had a bit of lightning around, and the tournament officials decided to take the players off following a ruling that they took. But we are back to starting the game. The weather looks like it hasn't cleared, but the rain has held up quite a bit, and there's no more lightning or thunder around as Western Province now with the ball down the right inside. Lenta Cullen at the moment. She's going to look for a big ball inside. Big ball comes in, but no stick at the end. And myself, AJ Sperenzik, and Kurt Serfontein are still with you as we bring you quarter two. What felt like a very long delay. We apologize for the delay, but the weather gods got in the way for a little bit. There's a good tackle there from Jamie Southgate now. Ongimali on the ball at the moment, and well tackled as Jean-Lee de Toy looks to find Kayla Duval here on this left-hand side. Some Keita Weston with some really, really good skill there. Banker Wood unfortunately not getting it under control as Brady Wiseman now feeds it to Lenta Cullen, and she unfortunately loses it over the side. A bit of a lengthy break there, Kurt.
Probably the biggest challenge for both teams is, what do you do during that break? Some coaches have different philosophies on whether they want to just keep the players focused. Others allow their players to relax, and so always an interesting one. But both teams definitely, with this restart, tempo is intense from the word go.
And straight away there's an opportunity for the S-under-21s, but Andrea Leader gets it out. The danger's not been cleared as Konita Bobbs finds Lenta Cullen on the right, as Lenta Cullen looks down to find Taryn Glasby. Taryn Glasby wins the sideline free. There's a chance here. The teams they had a little bit of about a 8-9 minute warm up just before we went live again, and we'll again start to just feel each other out and just try and get something out of this game. Kayla Duval now wins the ball on the left hand side, but tackled by Taryn Glasby, but infringement. Jean-Lee de Toy on the ball now. Krista Ramosi Sang now. Jean-Lee de Toy well picked up there. Jamie, we're seeing a lot more of Jamie Southgate in that midfield. It's almost like that clean-up role that she's playing in front of her defense, a lot more than we saw yesterday.
Yeah, so in the second chucker immediately, in the first chucker, Konita Bob's playing in an outside midfield position. She's been pulled back into the centre now, as we see Jade Main picking up the ball. And Jade probably should have moved that ball forward a lot sooner. Good ball in there. Western Province winning their first penalty corner.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah, so as I was saying, sorry AJ, Konita Bob's now been pulled back into the centre of the field after playing on the outside. Jamie back in the outside channel with Steph Buerta on the other side as well. One thing from Jamie, interestingly, she's being a lot tighter in her defensive positioning, so not going that zonal today, and therefore she's a lot more effective.
So we see a push out about to come through. Ball gets lifted, but it hits a SA stick, and umpire gave it the opposite way, but it's hit a South African the 21 stick and hit the body of Jade Main, so it's lifted dangerously. So it will be another penalty corner to the Western Province side.
The injection not that great from Ongizwe Mali. She needs to be a lot more accurate. These small margins matter.
And a wonderful save by Jean-Louis de Toy on the post. Exactly what a keeper wants from their postman. As a flick came in from Konita Bobs, nice and low. Well trapped there, Jean-Louis de Toy. Great save. Konita Bobs trying to enter the circle and hitting the stick of Kayla de Val. So it will be a long corner now for the Western Province under 21 side. It was Jamie Southgate on the ball. She finds Ongi Mali, but unfortunately lost as Shante Ferreira on the ball. She doesn't have many numbers forward, and Ongi Mali knew exactly what she was doing there, putting her hand up to apologize, and Shante Ferreira still on the ball now.
Yeah, clearly the SA under 21 team, the moment they have an opportunity to launch a mini counter, they don't hang around, they get the ball moving, and Western Province can't find themselves flat-footed.
SA under 21 side rolling the changes. Brady Wiseman again finds Lenta Cullinan on this right hand side for a big ball, but Kayla de Val picks it up and she's got a big ball through, and it hits Steph Buerta's stick, but Shante Ferreira has it now inside the circle, but well tackled by Steph Buerta.
Yeah, a bit of a nothing ball there from Lenta Cullinan. Not sure if she was looking to release pressure from that right defensive position, but just smashing the ball infield and allowed the under 21s an opportunity just to regain possession. And Konita Bobs similarly looking to get things going.
So again, Jamie Southgate on the right hand side with the ball as she finds Konita Bobs. Konita Bobs finds Taryn Glasby, but hasn't got under control. Henry Lowe unfortunately runs the ball out, but it hit Taryn Glasby's stick as it went over the line.
Yeah, a lot more pressure coming from the Western Province team now in terms of their press. As you see Christine Segi comfortably field that ball. Western Province definitely a lot higher in their press, looking to rush these national under 21 defenders in terms of their outletting.
Good ball there into Konita Bobs, and she's found Julia Hole, and Julia Hole's going to try and enter into the circle, but she loses it as this under 21s through Mikla Leroux try to drive the ball out. They win a sideline free hit. Again, like we said, is the winner of this game will finish second in Pool B. Southern Gauteng have already ended top, and the EP have ended fourth. Umpire not happy with the free hit has been taken. Gillian Amanis to Jamie Southgate. James Southgate inside the circle and hit it's under 21 sticks. It will be a long corner to the Western Province side.
Western Province definitely upping the ante here, and the national under 21 side having to soak up quite a bit of pressure for the larger part of this second chakra thus far.
Steph Buerta trying to find a little something inside when Kayla de Val's picked up the ball and driving down the right hand side. Good tackle there from Steph Buerta. Hits Kayla de Val's foot. So Konita Bobs on the ball. She's looking for numbers forward, and she doesn't have that many numbers forward as Layla Davids picks it up and onto Tile Zulu, now driving through the middle of the field as she plays the ball forward and picked up with a reverse stick there from Nicola Leroux, but she couldn't get under control. Now Taryn Glasby on the ball. Under a bit of pressure there from Jean-Louis Thomas. Steph Porter again, and she's looking for players forward. She finds Julia Hull, so Julia Hull's looking for a penalty corner. Oh, sorry, that's not Julia Hull, that's Jade Main finding a penalty corner. As Province now get another opportunity to equalize with 6 or 7, just over 7 minutes to go in quarter number 2.
Jade doing quite well there, using her experience and not looking to rush things. Knew exactly where she wanted to put that ball, hold the ball up nicely, and this affords Western Province their 3rd attacking penalty corner. So previous to this, we had Conita Bobs going with a low flick to the postman side, looking for that deflection, but a great save from Jean-Louis Dutoy. Bobs on the first castle again, with Glasby on the second.
Province players asking if the ball was lifted dangerously there, but it's not. It's hit the keeper and it's gone over the sideline, and they're asking for a long corner, but umpires are sticking with their decision. Henry Lowe, you mentioned her yesterday, quite an influential player in the S under 21 side. Her percentages were really high and the decision making was really good, as you mentioned earlier. Edith Madiko, we haven't seen much of her in this game so far, and on the ball in midfield now to Henry Lowe. Picked up there from Conita Bobs. She finds Jade Main up front, and Jade Main wins it again, but then she loses the ball. Now she's picked it up one more time. Tomahawk shot comes in, and it's saved there by Mishka Ellis. Steph Porter feeds the ball in, and Conita with a chance. Conita got a shot in, but it hit a Western Province foot on the way in. So it's goal denied there for Western Province, and still that first goal has not come for them yet.
Yeah, Western Province just a bit loose in their press shape there, allowing the under 21s to easily outlet, and immediately we see the ball on the other end of the field as Michael LaRue plays a uncharacteristic crash ball in, which fires off the upright and lands on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah. Players were expecting it to be called to lift it dangerous, but it's not. Grady Wiseman still on the ball currently. Big overedge. It finds Laura Stevens. Jean-Louis Thomas on the ball now. She'll look to find Jacqueline McLaren, who's won a sideline free hit, and players not too happy with that, but big ball through, but Christine Segi picking it up. She got Nicole Kunig on the right, back to Christine Segi in midfield. She's got a little bit of space on the outside. She's got her captain Conita Bobs. Conita Bobs finds Laura Stevens inside the circle. Ball comes across and it's lifted up from Jean-Louis Thomas's stick, and Jade Main using a little bit of her experience there, going in and making that a little bit dangerous. So it will be a penalty corner number 5, or number 4 it is, for Western Province, as they search for that equalizer.
Yes, AJ, sorry, but yeah, so Western Province 4th penalty corner. Definitely a period of pressure being applied here by Western Province. They've suddenly come to play looking for that equalizer, and after attempting a variation the previous opportunities.
Shot comes in there from Conita Bobs, but it's lifted as the first shot from penalty corner, and it's deemed a foul, so it will be the S under 21's free hitters. We've got 3 minutes 50 on the stadium clock.
Yeah. Henry Lowe being quite smart there again, using an aerial ball to get over the zonal midfield press of Western Province. So for the first time in a while, the under-21s have the opportunity to build and hold on to some sort of possession after a period of sustained pressure from Western Province.
And I think that's the key you say there, is hold on to the ball, because I think you have there is the tendency that when you've been chasing the ball for quite a long time during a quarter, that you just want to get the ball to the opposite side of the field and you want to try and get something out of it straight away. Is Taryn Glasby now driving towards inside the circle, but she's hounded by a couple of South African under-21 defenders. Ball gets played, but it's again a loose ball as Andrea Leader picks it up, and she's under a little bit of pressure, but she's got the ball under control now. Jade Main is looking to move the ball, and we spoke about, you know, the holding the ball, because sometimes you try and get it back and you want to try and get to the opposite side as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I know definitely position is key here for these under-21s right now. Western Province still looking to get that equalizer, and that ball unfortunately going directly into the circle from a 23-meter free hit, so opportunity for the under-21 side to relieve a bit of pressure again.
So there is just under 2 minutes to go in the second chukker. You are joining us, you might want to know why it's taken this while. There was a weather delay. We had a bit of lightning around, and tournament officials decided it was unsafe to play, so there was a little break. It has not cleared up, but the lightning has definitely gone away. We are back, and we're coming towards the end of quarter two, and Jacqueline McLaren there with a wry smile. She knows she's had a bit of a lazy challenge. And that will be a green card for the under-21, so they'll start the third chukker with a man down as the ball drives inside. They drive inside the circle. Taryn Glasby got the ball under control, but she's lost it, and she's now won it back, but unfortunately not won it back legally. So under-21 will slow this game down, knowing that they've got a man down and know that they've been under pressure for the majority of quarter two.
Andre Lowe using that intelligent aerial ball again. Layla Davids unfortunately been unable to gather that one.
There we see Jacqueline McLaren, unfortunately green card for her, so she'll be off for 2 minutes.
Lenta Cullinan moving very high up the field as a defender. Layla Davids doing really well to win that ball back. Just about 30 seconds remaining here, and once again important, no one wants to concede at this point in time.
Yeah, it's that. 20 seconds to go. This would really sting if the under-21s would get a goal now, and after being under so much pressure. So Angela Wellham happy to drive it into that corner and hold it there until the clock runs down, and that's it. And that's the end of quarter number 2 as we come to the end of the first half, and it's been a lengthened first half as there was our weather delay. And so SA under-21s hold a 1-0 lead currently after being under an immense amount of pressure in this quarter. And we'll take a little break. We'll see you at the start of this third chukker.
venturing out a bit, you know?
Not making money.
Yeah?
Not making money.
For once, I don't have to be relaxed
Going,
for once.
is it going well?
Yeah, it's going good.
Mom and Dad, okay?
Mom found out recently she has cancer.
Oh, no, really?
And Dad's reacting as Dad would.
Seriously?
Colon cancer. Should lower it down like this and touching it. Started there. Where to go?
Oh.
Yeah. And everyone pop up at the house. Normal. The minister comes out of nowhere now.
Rahul.
Yeah. He's been going the whole time. COVID, they've been trying to get him back. Which is lucky with, I guess. So it's pointless sitting here at home. I'd rather go sit in the office. And he doesn't have any expenses when he's there. So that's the nice part.
Yeah, thank you. The GP thinks I've got maybe some heart.
Overworking now?
No, it's COVID. It's one of the side effects. And then, so I'm on with the head office. Annual cardiologist, 40% of the time.
So now you're So now you're just waiting.
I'm going now. The second
Waiting for him to come back.
the second I've got someone else. The second.
At least they can get peace of mind.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than sitting wondering without looking.
Yeah, sometimes if it's something like that, you can't sleep in like this. If you've got no come out the chest.
Feel it on your chest. Yeah.
And I went in to hear about the middle of the world. First time. Yeah, you're right. And I've got a anyway.
So you need to go for a
Hopefully
checkup.
Tuesday they will sort it all out and I can get back on the road again. Yeah, it's all over
I
again.
think they'll change the location.
What they do.
Come out.
Correct. I'll go to no one.
Just work.
But I think they've got.
It's going to become Nana again, bro. I need to go have dinner. But I'm also now, you're stuck in between. If I leave now, you're sitting in the traffic anyway, so what's the point?
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here for quarter 3. It's the South African under-21 side playing in white on your screen from left to right, and Western Province playing in their traditional blue strip from right to left. And S under-21 still have that 1-0 lead. They were down for, not down, but took in a lot of pressure for the majority of quarter 2. But they still hold a 1-0 lead here as they start quarter 3. We had a little bit of a weather delay, so that's why we are running a little bit behind time. But luckily it is the last game of the day. So 2 more quarters here as these two teams fight for the 2nd and 3rd position in Pool B. All important position as whoever wins this game, the team that ends 2nd will play Free State tomorrow, and then the team that ends 3rd will play Northern's Blues in their quarter-final match. It's Kayla Duval driving down the left-hand side. She now drops it back to Henry Lowe, who's another overhead, and unfortunately couldn't find her. Looking for, I think that was Shambane Theron she was looking for in that corner, but just didn't find her. But they still have the ball now as they look to just build a little bit more confidence and just hold on to the ball a little bit longer than what they did in quarter 2. Edith Madikwe on the ball now to her captain, Krista Ramasimanga, apologies. It's again that that very tight press that Western Province is adopting, something they didn't do yesterday against Southern Gauteng. They're doing it much better today against the South African under-21 side. Kunita Bobs back to Steph Buerta. Steph Buerta's now found herself back in defense. She was playing in midfield majority of quarter 1 and 2. It's Nicole Kunig tries to find Brady Wiseman, and Kayla Duval picks it up as she looks for numbers forward, and nice ball there to Mikela LaRue. She's got a little bit of space on the other outside, as well tackled there by Gillian Omanis. And she's still got the ball, but she's under a little bit of pressure as she finds Jamie Southgate. As Jamie Southgate feeds it down the line, but Krista Ramasimanga, apparently she loses it. Laura Stevens now on the ball as she drives, and well covered there by Henry Lowe.
Yeah, Laura Stevens with a good drive there, but probably should have done better and seen Ash Thomas streaking through the line on the inside 45 ball would have done the trick there, as she already had Taryn Gillespie inside the circle. But all credit to Henry Lowe for the great defensive intervention. So the under 21 coaching staff bringing the changes after already only 3 minutes played.
As they look wide for Jean-Louis Thomas as she looks for Shambane Theron. on the side, and Lenta Cutler under pressure, but she wins the free hit. Now it across as they try and find Ashley Thomas, but straight to two players, and it's deemed dangerous by umpire Melissa Taylor. Edith Madikwe in midfield.
Yeah, Edith shaking off the attention of Taryn Gillespie there. The quick inside pull.
Yeah, Krista Ramasimang unfortunately falling over the stick of Taryn Gillespie. They're winning the free hit. Edith Madikwe again making herself available in that midfield area. She's rotating around with the likes of Jacqueline McLaren, Kayla Duval and Layla Davids. Shanri Thomas finds Kayla Duval in midfield, and Layla Davids on the ball. She feeds it down the line, and Samkita Western now is using some pace on down that right hand side. It's under pressure from Gillian Amanis, and it hits Samkita's stick and goes over the baseline, so it will be a 16-yard free to Western Province.
Yeah, good recovery there by Julian Emanis, but concerning once again, she had two teammates stepping off, waiting inside the circle. Always dangerous to do that. Make the defensive intervention outside the circle as far as possible.
Chante Ferreira with the ball inside the circle, and well saved there by Benay van Wyk. Another very threatening ball went through the middle. Kayla Duval now with the ball. She drives on the left hand side. She's got numbers inside, and Brady Wisemans with some brave defending and well picked up there by Gillian Amanis, as Julia Hall unfortunately loses the ball, and she puts Jeanri Thomas under pressure. As the free gets taken quickly, Edith Madikwe on the ball as she finds Jeanri again on the left hand side. Quick movement is finding Shante. Ball comes inside, and it's hit Gillian Amanis' foot, so it will be a penalty corner here in quarter number 3. Umpires asking Nicole Boyson, asking Melissa Taylor for help, but Melissa Taylor probably told her no, stick with the decision.
Just leading up to that penalty corner there, AJ, as well. So Western Province, not as disciplined defensively in certain zones of the field. The under-21s enjoying a lot more possession.
So that's that fake slap, little slide slap from Jean-Lee de Toy. I think it hit the stick of number 15, Jeanri Thomas. I think they were looking for Bianca Wood on the far post, but hit Jeanri Thomas's stick on its way towards goal. And SA under-21, after being under so much pressure in quarter number 2, regained a little bit of confidence and are now 2-0 up against Western Province in this final Pool B game. Steph Porter on the ball currently is. She looks for players forward, but she couldn't find anybody. Edith Madikwe now finds Layla Davids, but just goes past Layla Davids' stick.
Yeah, so definitely the under-21 side being a lot more clinical at their penalty corner execution. Western Province enjoying the stats in that regard. And as we see a ball smashed in from Nicole Koenig.
Yeah, it's almost that they're ruining those opportunities, those 15 minutes where they were in ascendancy against the SA under-21s the whole of the second quarter, and they just could not capitalize and score. And now they find themselves 2 goals behind in quarter 3. So massive opportunity there for Western Province, and a bit of a soft mistake there from under-21s as
Mishka Ellis plays the ball over her own baseline, the goalkeeper. So the rules are rules, and
Yeah, and I think she'll be disappointed with herself there. I could see she hit a stick in disgust when she did it.
Yeah, so perfect time, perfect opportunity for Western Province to claw a goal back here.
Oh, and that was a shot came in there from Taryn Glasby, deflected off a stick, and then Johnny de Toy again on that baseline. Got it under control and cleared, or didn't get it under control, but cleared it away. It's again, it's the second opportunity, second chance now, second time now that she's cleared the ball off her baseline.
Now Steph Porter looking a bit bemused there about the decision, but they've got to keep playing.
Again, Jakob McLaren with the big ball, but again also I'm not sure as to who she was playing the ball to, as Gunita Bobs gets the ball under control and Taryn Glasby on the outside. Again, Jean-Henri de Toy. Again, Lenta Cullen with the ball, and the game definitely seems to be opening up quite a bit here as Province search for some goals back to get, or some goals to get back into this game. So Angie Wellham receives it in midfield as she looks for an inside pass, but picked up by captain Gunita Bobs. She's been put under pressure from a teammate from the Olympics, Edith Madikwe. It's Andy Leader now. Finds Christine Segi, and looks like Western Province have gone back to 3 at the back as they start to send numbers forward, and unfortunately nobody at the end of Christine Segi's pass as she tries to look for some forwards to feed the ball to. So again, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining. It's quarter 3 here between Western Province and the SA under 21 side. Is a big overhead from Jean-Louis de Toy. Almost goes over Lenta Cullen's head, but Charmane Tehran unfortunately not 5 away from the free hit. So this is the last game of the day. Tomorrow morning 10 o'clock will be the first of the quarterfinals. So I think that first game will be Southern Gauteng versus Eastern Province. We don't know the second and third games yet. Did I just say Southern Gauteng versus, well, so KZN, sorry, versus Eastern Province, and Southern Gauteng will be playing Western Province Pens in the last game of the day. The 2 middle games we don't know yet because it comes down to the winner and loser of this game. We'll give you the fixtures for tomorrow as soon as all those games are confirmed.
Julio keeps on plugging away there. Rewarded for efforts. Western Province gets the free hit. And Ashley Thomas quite fortunate to win that hit.
Good work and defense there from Angela Wellham.
Edith Muliku managing the situation very well, being very impressive today.
Now to Tili Zulu, unfortunately picking it up, but Christine Segi coming across to win the ball back. It's a game just, like we said, opening up just a little bit as Western Province are now going to chase those 2 goals. They've got a quarter and a bit to get those goals back as Jean-Louis Thomas wins it as she finds Bianca Wood up front. She's going to try and enter the circle. Some skill there, but Brady Wiseman getting the stick in and defending it well as again Christine Segi finding a foot, and Western Province will have a free hit.
quite a bit of a battle developing between Jean-Louis Thomas and Julia Hull. One side of the field, Conita Bobs. Easy as you like. She'll probably go with a soft pass, which she does. And unfortunately, Nicole Koenig just having a wild swipe at the ball.
Yeah, those are those moments that the S under 21s need to look out for. Those quick little free hits taken from the likes of Conita Bobs. Jamie Southgate picks up a ball. Midfield, Nicole Koenig again. She looks for Julia Hole up front. Unfortunately, she hasn't got the ball under control as Henry Lowe's back on the fielders. Jamie Southgate finds a foot and she will have the free hit just outside the 25. So there's a minute and a half to go on the clock. As they now tick away towards the end of the third quarter. Free hit just outside the circle.
Less than a minute to play here, and Western Province will be desperately looking to get something on the scoreboard if they can before this chukker concludes.
Nicole Koenig with the
And
ball.
Conita Bobs need interplay, and my words weren't even cold, and they get the outcome they desired.
Yeah, lol. You almost think that there would have been a penalty corner there for advantage from a little stick challenge as they continued playing. Conita Bobs driving down the baseline into Nicole Koenig, and then Nicole Koenig giving it back to Conita Bobs and slotting it past Mishka Ellis's. Now 2-1. It comes towards the end of quarter 3 as this Province with their tails up a little bit, and Julia Hall looking to take the defenders on as the siren goes for quarter number 3. And a fascinating 15 minutes is left in this game as they look to Western Province look to pull this one back as they under 21 hold a 2-1 lead. And we'll take a little break. We'll see you before quarter 4. Right, there we go. Starting quarter 4 is I keep saying Southern Gauteng. It's because we watched them the previous game. The South African under 21s hold a 2-1 lead over Western Province here with 15 minutes to go. Western Province scoring their first goal late in the third quarter. Definitely having their tails up currently. They've got their tails up at the moment as
Kita Western wearing one there from Steph Botha. Carmen Smith from Southern Gauteng and Smith Stepworth are probably the two hardest hitters of the ball in the women's game at the moment.
Yeah.
But Western Province clearly making their intentions clear here from within the first minute, looking to get go forward once they have possession.
Yeah, and that's something that we. It's a bit of a worry that we thought is that S-under-21 just they're taking those free hits so quickly before. And ball comes inside the circle and Jade Main tries to get the end of it, but it hits her. And the S-under-21 sticks, so it goes over the sideline. And
Yeah, good step there from Christine Segi to intercept, releasing Laura Stevens on the right in the right hand channel.
Brady Wiseman.
Under 21 team holding deep now. They need to start getting a point of defense out, stepping the platform.
Pass there to Stepworth, and she's going to look to try and drive inside the circle. Hits Angela Wellham's foot. Will be a free hit out as Cornita Bobs takes it quickly, and she's trying to enter the circle, and she does. She's got some numbers forward. Ball comes in, but it hits Jacqueline McLaren's stickers. She tries to clear the danger, and she does. And over the sideline free hit, and it's still Western Province ball here early in quarter 4.
Yeah, Cornita probably didn't realize that she had more time than she actually thought. She could have probably looked to string a pass into that P spot zone where she had players camping and waiting. But yeah,
Christine Seg finding Lenta Cullen on the right hand side. Hits the stick. Everybody's asking for foot, but the umpire's right there. It will be a free hit. Under 21s are just sucking in a lot of pressure at the moment.
yeah, we're pretty much seeing a repeat of the second chucker here, with Western Province now doing all the attacking. Also from my perspective, and probably from the under 21 perspective, also some things which Lenice would probably like a team to work on is protecting the lead, especially when you're going to a Junior World Cup.
No doubt, this is probably a good moment for her and her coaching staff and the team. Is there might be a few opportunities in the World Cup where they're going to be sitting back and defending, and they won't have a lot of the ball. So this will be a very, very valuable opportunity to actually practice that type of not just the tactical side, but also the mental side of it, of how they manage the situation, how they stay patient.
Yeah, so this is the value of the IPT, the different scenarios that could be presented here that they may face. But as we say, that opportunity, penalty corner for Western Province.
Ball comes in and it's hit.
It's hit the foot.
Of the S-under-21 player, so it will be a re-award of the penalty corner.
Yeah, second time we've seen Western Province go to the second castle, with Taryn Glasby doing a normal little shift to the right and looking to hit the ball on target. Also see Stephanie Botha generating quite a bit of speed on the injection, and like I said earlier, Western Province need to be a lot more clinical. This is
it's quite a few penalty corners that they've had, and ball comes in as Cornita Bobs as she slots it towards the keeper's glove side, and it's a second goal for Western Province as they now equalise after all the pressure that they've put on the under-21s. And this is a testing time for the junior national side as they look to try and get it back now and try and get a hold of the ball.
So question is, AJ, what does the province team do? Do they go for the win? Do they play for the draw, because the draw sees them finish second in this pool, which is where they want to be? Do the under 21s go for they probably should be going for the win?
Yeah, I think at this point, for the under 21s, they just got to get the ball. At the moment, they're seeing very little of the ball, and again, with province side straight away, I reckon with their tails up, they're probably very happy to keep attacking the way they have been.
Yeah,
making sure they stay disciplined at the back. Ball goes to Chaminade to run, but she just can't get it under control.
Yeah. So interesting to see how this one plays out from a Western Province perspective. Concern is probably if they push too hard to try and get that win, which they don't really need.
Yeah.
They might be leaving the back door open, and this under 21 team very efficient on the counter. There's still 10 minutes remaining in this really fascinating contest, and
yeah, and something that, like as Kurt mentioned, this sometimes it's that fine balance between keeping it tight at the back and going for that goal, and that's the golden question.
under 21s would definitely be looking to score. Great catch on the sideline by Lenice Barret, showing us versatility. Always knew she had a good hand-eye coordination. But definitely a test of character for the under 21s here. We saw them fight hard in their first pool game versus Southerns. Province, for me, in my opinion, it's about holding possession and not taking any risks.
Bonita Bobs has been so influential throughout this whole game, especially this fourth quarter. Just making things look very easy in midfield there. She's just
Bonita showing
true class there.
world-class ability as an experienced national player. Just unfortunate not to find Taryn or Ongi there for the return.
Very low. It's the first time that she's really put her foot wrong there.
Yeah, I think Province need to be looking at playing the 2v1s a lot more effectively when presented. Ball floated in, and a great finish by Ongemwali. A bit of good fortune there. Taryn Gillespie floating in a ball. Ball staying up high enough, and Ongemwali on the score sheet again.
What a great finish, such a finish. And again, this is 2-0 down, and Western Province have pulled this one all the way back and now find themselves 3-2 up.
Yeah.
And what a change of a game in a couple of minutes can be.
Yes, AJ, I hope our viewers from around the country are getting their money's worth with this one. Definitely a good contest.
The only problem that the S under 21s must not get into now is getting into a 1v1 game and taking on the Western Province players when they get the ball. We saw how well their interplay was when they played against Eastern Province and played against Southern Gauteng. No doubt they're going to be look to that in the last 7 minutes here to try and get a goal back, try and look for a win, because the win is what they need. Remember, even if it's a draw, Western Province will end second in the pool, so they'll have to try and get something out of it.
Yeah, so AJ from my side is definitely second and fourth chucker. Western Province have really been dominant in terms of upping the tempo of the game, making better connections, and I was quite impressed with the speed of connectivity from the under 21 side in yesterday's match, but today they just haven't had that time and space on the ball, which Western Province have been really good at.
Yeah, from the outset, from that first quarter, Western Province was Taryn Gillespie with the ball. Shot comes in, it goes towards Jade Main, but unfortunately hits her foot, as it will be a penalty. It will be a 16-yard free hit there to Southern Gauteng to find Layla Davids here on the.
Yeah, Layla not been able to gather that ball. Steph Water having a very influential game today. Jade Main in the right space. Jamie Southgate doing well. And Jean-Lee de Toy doing well. So Western Province still applying loads of pressure in the 23-meter defensive area of this SA under-21 team with just over 5 minutes remaining in this contest. Anything can happen, ladies and gentlemen. As we say that, bit of a untidy pass there onto the left-hand side of Andrea Leader. Interesting to see now really that Western Province have gone a lot more zonal in their press, inviting the under-21s to come with the ball, give it back to them.
Yeah, Jean-Henri Thomas on the ball now. She under pressure from Konita Bobs, and she loses the free hit, and Konita Bobs still on the ball. She finds Jamie Southgate. Jamie Southgate's got Andrea Leader towards her right. She doesn't have many numbers forward, but she got Jade Main running into that wide space. Jade Main tries to drive through, but she's got Kayla DeVal, who's made a good tackle. Shante Ferreira on the ball currently is.
Yeah, Western Province should be avoiding any sort of transfer play from the under-21s. Look to keep them in a zone, either zone 1 or 3 on the sidelines. Otherwise, this under-21s will be in business.
You see Bianca Wood driving down that side, but
yeah, great defensive intervention there once again. Umpire seeing something that they're not happy with. Definitely not intentional from Bianca. Bianca, very skillful player, especially a great exponent of 3D skills. And I think that was Brady Wiseman.
yeah, she just had a little wind knocked out of her, but Brady also been really good on defense, especially on that right hand side.
Yeah, Ash Thomas been unable to field that ball. She's not even been set up for the press properly, still questioning the umpire. This is giving the under-21s an opportunity to get back into the game.
This will be a long corner there. Shante Ferreira just hitting Nicole Koenig's stick and goes over the line as Jean-Marie Thomas
just under 3.5 minutes remaining here, and it is a case of, from the Western Province side, themselves maintaining discipline, not taking risks. The under-21s now applying pressure. Ball given back too easily to the under-21s by Christine Segi. Kayla DeVal on the ball now. Normally the catalyst in this under-21 side, Jean-Lee de Toy. Under-21's bowling nicely, and unfortunately ball chops over. Western Province probably should be smart now and looking to take their time with these free hits. Darren Glasby gets a ball delivered. Great ball in there from Julia, and a great finish from Julia. Western Province go 2 goals up, 4 goals to 2. And this fourth shaka has really developed into quite a show. So the under-21s by no means disappointing in this contest at all. They've really played well. Only this fourth chaka where Western Province have turned it up. Edith Mudike doing really well, and Christine Segi pushed that ball over the line. Angie Wallum on the free hit, looking to find McLaren. Good clean up there by Christine Segi. Just over a minute remaining. Edith Madikwe again, getting into a good position. Good pick up from Christine Segi. And ball flung down the line by Lenta Cullinan. This is where Western Province wants the ball. Minute remaining on this clock. The impressive Hanli Low using that aerial skill very intelligently. Ball switched across to Jean-Henri Thomas on the left flank. Now see it. Michael Leroux. Another opportunity for the under-21s to get back. And ball, unfortunately, too high and dangerous. So with 30 seconds remaining, seems like Western Province will definitely be victorious in this contest. They've done what they've had to. They've clawed their way back impressively, led by inspirational captain Conita Bobbs. But let's not write off the under-21s, also in full value in this contest. We see another ball going long to Julia Hull. Jean-Henri Thomas, reliable again. And Christine Segi making another intervention. And that is the final Hooter, ladies and gentlemen. A really entertaining contest. Sees Western Province coming from 2 goals down to bank this one 4-2, which secures the second spot in this pool, with the under-21s ending third. But tomorrow, quarter-final day, and we look forward to a lot more entertaining contests.
Right, what a finish there to the game. The last group game here, the senior ladies IPT, SA under-21 side going unfortunately 4-2 down to the Western Province ladies side. Got the captain, Krista. Krista, that's a tough one to go through.
Yeah, you know what, I feel like the girls brought it in the first half, but it was just unlucky there in the last bit. But we're coming back tomorrow for some more.
No doubt when you get to the World Cup in a couple of weeks' time, you're going to probably have a similar situation. You hope not, but you might have a similar situation. You're obviously going to draw from this experience and learn from it.
Yes, I think there's a lot of things we can fix from this game. We're going to probably look at what we did wrong and fix it in case something like this happens in the Junior World Cup, so we know how to deal with the situation.
What are the excitement levels? Let's just forget about the result for the moment. What are the excitement levels like to be playing at a Junior World Cup in your own country?
It's a privilege, actually. The girls are feeling a lot very excited because it's our home ground and we get to show what South Africa is really about. Yeah.
Well, listen, Krista, hard luck for the game, but good luck for the rest of the preparation all the way till the World Cup.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Yes. Right, I'm joined here by a very, very happy looking captain, Conita Bobbs. Conita, after yesterday's performance, you obviously demanded a better performance from your Western Province ladies.
100%. I mean, we left it till the last quarter there, but I think I demanded more attitude. You know, it's our home IPT. Like, we need to play with attitude and we need to own it, and just, I think it's just half mental for our team. So once we get into that momentum, no one can stop us.
It's interesting you say attitude, because already from the first whistle, you were in the under-21's faces from the word go. You obviously yesterday against Southern Gauteng, there was a lot more space given. Was that an out-and-out tactic that you were going to try and get under their skin from early on?
100%. I think we have a tendency to start slow, especially going 1-0 down in all the games so far. So I think we just need to, in the quarterfinals tomorrow, just start like from as the whistle goes. We need to heat our straps and just like own it. I mean, we can play great hockey. We just need to back ourselves and play as a team.
So I guess the last thing, you're obviously going to want more from the girls, and you want that upward curve all the way for a potential final. Are there any more things that you still really think that you need to work on, that you need to tie up now going forward?
100%. I think structurally we're still trying to figure out what structures work for us, especially in the press. I think once we get that sorted from video analysis, hopefully the next few games we can just play with freedom. You know, we don't have to worry about, are we stepping here, are we marking the right person? So.
Well, listen, well done. 2-0 trap. You avoided that and you won 4-2, so well done. And all the best for the quarterfinals.
Thank you, AJ.
Cheers then. So from myself, AJ Spearing, that's been an epic day. We've got quarterfinals tomorrow, and from 10 o'clock all the way till 4 o'clock. And we thank you very much for joining us from the South African Ladies IPT, the last of the group matches, and now the business end as we move towards playoffs. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow morning.